Hey,
Hi, everybody.
hey, everyone.
Hello.
How are you
so
doing?
many people.
How are you doing, everyone?
Mr. Fuzzy, Mr. Mike, Rachel, Jackson Claus Logan, Samantha Lowe, more Mikey. That must be Danny from Two Real Geeks. Elisa.
Two Real Geeks. Oh, yeah, it's definitely Danny.
Judy, Surfer Girl. I'm only naming your names because I don't know who your physical name is unless I physically know you. I can't. I gotta read.
Yeah, that's I'm just getting some. Let's see, so I can pull it up here and I can see actually what's going on. Yeah, definitely.
You freak.
How are you doing, everyone? Look at that. Mike Wheeler says, "I want my PTV." You got it, Mike. How you doing? We're just plugging along here. Doug has been working on some graphic design work, and I have been working on stuff here for my office because I am working from home.
The world is full of cooties still.
Yeah. So we are doing our best to do what we can with what we have. But it is good to have everyone here. It's always wonderful to see everyone here in the stream. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Donna.
Donna Jaworski, thank you.
Yeah.
I am just seeing some wonderful, wow. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. It is just delightful to have you all here. Just looking at my notes here for, I can see who's here in the stream. I see Donna Viapreet. Thank you for being here. They've got their show going tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to be on
Staker,
it. Viapreet's going to be on at 9 p.m.
Afternoon, evening, guys. Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Hello, Nathan. Afternoon and evening.
Wow.
Wow. And Surfer Girl 326.
Yeah, I know. He showed me it, and
yeah, we saw the tag on Instagram, and Doug just said, "Oh wow, that's so cool."
I need it for my collection. I want all the boxes. I have 2. I need the 3rd one.
Marcia said, "Hello, you cool cats."
Everyone, so everybody watched it last night.
Oh my goodness!
Who won?
Oh my goodness!
Who won?
T. Marie Photography.
Maria. Yeah,
Tina did a great job with trivia. Actually, I have to get the results to Dean of the Live Place. He's keeping a tally of all trivia contests in our YouTube network. So I gotta make sure that I get that information to him so he knows who came in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, because he's running his own kind of contest kind of thing. So let's see what happens. It's really fun to have Dean of the Live Place. If you have not checked out his website, please do so. theliveplace.com. You can see all of our channels advertised there. So when we do our weekly shows, you'll see our advertisement for it. Oh my goodness! Oh, by the way, is it Ed or Mindy that we're seeing today in the stream? I'm not sure. Love watching Daily Dose of Disney. Needed more than ever. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Today is April 7th. So let's go ahead and start going back in time to
1939. Let's go in the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, 1939. On this day, the last Silly Symphony cartoon premiered.
Really?
It was the last, and it was actually a remake. Oh, it's Ed. Hello, Ed.
Hi.
So anyway, it was a Silly Symphony, The Ugly Duckling. It was actually a remake of a cartoon that they did back in 1931. The 25th cartoon was that, but it was a black and white. So they redid it in color, and it was released on this day. And it was the last of the Silly Symphony cartoons. They made 75 of them total. So that's a lot of cartoons in that theme. You know, there was no central character in a Silly Symphony that ran from cartoon to cartoon. Pretty much it was like you'd start with like the Skeleton Dance was the first one.
Yeah.
And that was done in 1929.
I love the Skeleton Dance. Oh,
yeah.
I think it's the best.
And then they just continued doing about 7 to 10 a year or so. And then the last one was, of course, this one. It won an Oscar for Best Cartoon in 1940. So, because I always give the year after. But so yeah, that was 1939. Also on this day,
I am fabulous. I made a chocolate pound cake. Do you guys want to see it?
Yeah, why don't you go get it?
I'll show you my chocolate pound cake.
Doug was baking today while I was working at my computer.
I made bread dough that is being a dough because it needs to rise.
It's kind of hard to get out and buy bread all the time now, so we're starting to bake our own.
Yeah.
So,
plus, I've always wanted to get in. I'm trying to make my sourdough starter, but it's a little cool here. And it gets really fussy when you don't have a good temperature, and it gets cooler at night. And we naturally keep our house a lot cooler than normal in the winter. So,
but that bread does need to proof.
Donna wants to see it since Donna said, "I'll go get the chocolate pound cake."
He's gonna go get, and I'll go ahead and keep talking here. Also, in 1939, the film Fantasia, they started the recording of the soundtrack and all the actors and things. That started today in 1939. It actually consumed, according to the notes that the things that I found, 500,000 feet of sound film during 42 days of recording.
That's a chocolate pound cake.
So there you go. We're going to test. This is a test.
Yeah, I didn't record it because if I love it, I'll make it some more.
Yeah, so that's a test. And if indeed it turns out well, we're going to be sharing the recipe with everyone and the whole baking process. So that's a chocolate pound cake.
Yeah, needs milk. Seriously, milk. It's definitely a chocolate pound cake. It's cool. So.
Oh, look. Richard, hello. Hello, the Orlando guy. I see you there. And T. Marie, again, congratulations for last night. That was a wonderful win. She won the trivia contest last night during our Disney Plus movie club. We still have not decided on the next film for the movie club, but we will definitely keep you posted on that because we want as many people to be involved with that as possible. Let's skip forward quite a few decades here to 1983, and it's just a very small little stat here. On this day in 1983, Walt Disney World welcomed their 150 millionth guest.
Did I weigh it?
That's a lot of guests.
I haven't weighed it yet. I'm glad you guys all like it. I want to see what the taste is like. This is something I'm like.
Storm and Candosi, thank you for being here. Good to see you. Wonderful.
Set up
thank
a
you
Club
for
33 reservation.
Funny you should mention Club 33. I might be talking about that tomorrow night online. D&G Explorers, they have asked Ben and me to join them for a discussion on Disney restaurants. So I'll probably be online tomorrow night with D&G Explorers on their show at 8 p.m.
My memorable is really not normal restaurants from the Blue Bayou. Gotta remember the Blue Bayou. That means okay. Blue Bayou, Napa Rose, Club 33. That's not how I always eat. Oh, CYNTHIA. Thank you, Cynthia. CYNTHIA.
Thanks, T. Cynthia, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat.
Those are my restaurants that have memorable things. I love all of Disney food and restaurants, but those are the three that stand out. And it's not normal. How do you know it's a pound cake?
Well, the pound cake.
It's a texture thing.
It's a texture thing, but pound cake usually refers to a pound of butter being used in the dough.
Actually, technically, it's called a pound of butter, sugar, and flour.
Yeah. So that's the old-fashioned pound
and
cake.
And milk. There's the four things that would consider it to be a pound cake.
But that would be it. So, oh my goodness.
So,
but yeah. So
if you
anyway,
have any connections, I'll pay with my Amex card. Well, if you have $35,000, you could just get right in if you want to.
Oh my goodness. So anyway,
but thank you.
Let's move forward to 1995. This was probably very prominent in other circles that you've seen, but on this day, it's the 25th anniversary because 25 years ago, a Goofy movie premiered.
Actually, I liked it. I really did.
Doug's seen it. I have not seen a Goofy movie.
It's really cute.
So I need to fix that because I do like Goofy.
Mm-hmm.
But it was based on Goof Troop. So I saw some episodes of Goof Troop. It's just that it was difficult at the
time. He'll be on in an hour or so-ish. I don't even
know
how to watch.
Jim, Mr. More Sunshine, please. Yes, he will be on in about 90 minutes.
It was a good movie. Yes, it was done at a good time.
But it was primarily animated by the new Disney studio in France.
No, they were off.
So they were making sure that animation could be handled throughout the world. At this point, they had what they had something in Korea at one point
Korea
too.
did a lot of
And they had this
animation
in Paris or in France. They had one actually in Florida. They had their animation studio going there as well. So
that April 10th was the anniversary of what?
Oh,
Richard, of the Goof Troop,
of
the Goofy movie.
All my sources that I saw today were that it was today.
Yeah,
April 7th. So, also on this day, the movie Frank and Ollie premiered at the Cleveland Film Festival.
Excellent.
If you have not seen it yet,
Donna, the cake looks delicious. And I still think My Neighbor Lady from that dark. And I still think the name. Oh God, I can't even. Where's the pen thing? Thank you, Donna.
Donna,
the cake looks delicious.
Doug's cake looks delicious, and I still think the neighbor lady from That Darn Cat is just like Mrs. Kravitz.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Crotchety, nasty, busybody. Yeah. Thank you, Donna.
Abner.
Yes.
Yeah, Mrs. Kravitz.
Thank you.
Gladys Kravitz. What a great character.
I have already typed out. I will send it. We'll make it. We might make a video because I just want to make sure this has a good texture crumb and then it's chocolatey enough.
Thank you for the super chat, Donna.
But yeah,
$4.99.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Frank and Ollie was done actually by Frank's son, Ted Thomas. He put that together. He directed the film.
Yeah, all the family gets really busy.
But it was about Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnston. We actually have a piece of artwork in the Mickey room that is signed by those two artists. So
I did show and tell.
Very special. Doug did show that, I believe, on air at one point during a show and tell episode.
Almost 25 years old.
Yeah. Those signatures have been around for quite a while.
I think I got it in 90.
We're very happy about that.
It's authentic.
Richard says the Goofy movie has the perfect cast.
Oh, it is. It's actually a very entertaining movie. Doink.
So then in 1997, on this day, Captain EO had its final showing at Disneyland. It closed at Disneyland in 1997.
From what year? 85?
86. It
86
premiered in September of 86 at Disneyland.
And then went to 97.
Yeah, so it ran almost 11 years. But it was there at that point in 97 that they were starting to close down attractions so that they could do a complete remodel of the new Tomorrowland, which premiered in May of 1998. And it turned out to be a disaster.
Absolutely, that's correct, because I know everything about Mulan that you ever would want to know. And then Lilo and Stitch, that is absolutely true. Burbank gave the studios in Florida, MGM, 100% of it. Burbank helped picked up a little bit of them, but those two were 100% Florida movies.
Oh, Candy Mom, Mrs. Kravitz lives next to me. I can't stand her. Oh, Cynthia.
We had Greeks that were nosy, and then they moved to South Lake Tahoe.
Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, Doug's right. She was nosy.
She was a nosy neighbor, but they're our best friends in the whole wide world, but she was super nosy.
Yeah, Doug and I, when we first got the keys to the house, we weren't quite sure what the neighborhood was going to be like. And so we kind of kept to ourselves. And it didn't take
long.
It didn't even take 2 weeks before we started meeting all the neighbors. This particular neighbor, we were in the middle of our remodel. She made sure that we were fed. She would come over. She even brought us gyros. So that was just delightful. Remember that night?
Yes, I remember.
She sent her daughter.
And she's like, we want to feed you. And the Greek, who have seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding? And you know how everything's loud and over the top and ostentatious.
Hey, Noah.
And you know how their hospitality is beyond what would be the norm. Well, our Greek neighbors are like that. And just like the movie, I thought the movie was just exaggerated of what the family was like. No, seriously. They're exactly like the movie. I didn't think they were going to be like the movie. And you can't say no to them. And just like in the movie, if they ask you for something, if they want to feed you, you just say yes. And because if not, or if you say no, she goes, oh, I'll just make you lamb. Everything is so over the top. I love it. So.
Oh, gosh.
What?
The neighbor thought my dad was a biker because he had a motorcycle.
People prejudge. So rude.
Was she your welcome wagon lady? Essentially, she was. Essentially, she was. And then Storm says, in other words, you could have had a big fat Greek wedding. Yes.
Yes.
And she has Windex? Yes. Actually,
yes,
that was a big joke.
That was a big joke. And they do love Windex.
Yes.
They don't use it on everything, but she just loves it. And some other things. So yeah, we have. And then they moved to South Lake Tahoe. Everybody knows where Lake Tahoe is on the planet.
Pam's fan makes an interesting comment here. Says, Bewitched was released in 1964. That Dark Count was in 65. But it was also a book. So that is like asking which came first, the chicken or the egg. You're absolutely right. It could have been Gladys that came first. It could have been the nosy neighbor who in That Dark Cat that came first.
Who was the person, the neighbor that died in the Golden Girls? And then
Frida Claxton.
Oh, Frida Claxton. Oh yeah, she was nasty.
Yeah.
And then when she keeled over, they had to like bury her.
Yeah.
And nobody liked her.
Frida Claxton.
And Rose Nile ended up killing Frida Claxton and said, "Drop dead," and she drops dead right there on TV. We watch way too much TV, people. We really
definitely.
do. So Golden Girls, Mrs. Claxton, not Frida Claxton.
Let me go ahead and finish up some news here. 2001. On this day, something opened at Disney MGM Studios. Who remembers the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I remember. I loved it.
Come to California.
It was that special event. It was fantastic. It ran for a week. You could enter by going to McDonald's. There was a McDonald's bend to it. It was really interesting. However, they overplayed it. So Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? ABC kind of ran it into the ground, unfortunately, because it just wasn't drawing people anymore. But it ran for 5 years at Disney MGM Studios, and on this day, it premiered there at studios. They did not open it at California that soon. It took a while.
It took a while.
Because they had to build a building in order to get it in place. And they built that building very quickly at California Adventure, because California Adventure had opened in February, and in September, it opened. So September 14th, 2001, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Play It opened at California Adventure. Mm-hmm. So they were running both shows. Of course, if you won the contest, you won a free cruise on Disney Cruise Line.
Yeah, instead of $1 million, you won a Disney cruise.
Were any of you here in the stream? Did any of you participate in the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Play It.
Either in California Adventure or at MGM Studios.
Yeah. So if anyone did that, please let me know, because I'll tell you, Ben did it. Ben participated. He actually got called up on stage.
That's right.
And
we do have the pin.
Yeah, he's got pins and everything. Goes all the way up. Oh, Stormin says that The Weakest Link was better. I liked The Weakest Link. I liked a lot of the game shows. Yeah, The Weakest Link was a good show.
I don't know what that is.
You are the weakest link. You don't remember that one? She was a very...
Oh, the really nasty British woman?
Yes, she was...
Oh, you are... And then she just kind of like goes and turns.
It was all a show.
She turned her... Yeah, it was
all a show, but yeah, it was interesting. I liked it.
She was really mean.
Griswold Family Vacay just finished dinner. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here.
We're making...
What are we having?
Carnitas enchilada lasagna.
Oh yeah, we're doing like a makeshift kind of like a Mexican trifle, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
we're just layering Mexican tortillas,
carnitas,
green sauce, some cheese and
cheese.
We're just making just putting together a casserole kind of thing.
And then making my Spanish rice from scratch.
But it's gonna be delicious.
It's California. We eat tons of Mexican food.
2006.
We had bacon cheeseburgers. That sounds
bacon
so
cheeseburgers.
Good.
Oh, Pam, that sounds amazing. Sounds
I
delicious.
miss Fuddruckers, but everything is so close.
Yeah. Okay.
Trifle with tripe.
A trifle with tripe. No menudo ingredients here.
No chitlins either.
No. Okay. 2011. Or sorry, let's go to 2006 first. On this day, another thing at Walt Disney World, but this time it happened at Animal Kingdom on this day.
Really? This was the actual physical ceremony?
Expedition Everest officially opened on this day in 2006.
This day in 2006, the Expedition Everest.
Yeah. Bob Iger was there with Jay Rasulo. The attraction, it's a huge attraction. It covers 6 acres.
Oh, huge.
That's a lot of land.
It's a beautifully themed attraction.
I think it's one of the best coasters in Disney's arsenal of roller coasters around the world. Yeah. I really like that coaster. It's so well done.
I love Expedition
Well themed.
Everest.
It's too bad that they still rely on Disco Yeti, though.
Well, it's engineering, and who knew? And they would have to really tear that thing apart in order to fix him.
Ooh, look at that.
Pigs in a blanket.
Rachel's right. Fix the Yeti.
God, everybody just loves talking about food.
Well, food is a universal language. And then Griswold, I cooked pigs in a blanket. That sounds good too.
Can you, Mom, do you have another TV exactly like the one now in Spanish? If someone...
So memorize what things are from the English so you can change it in Spanish.
Oh, wow.
Mike. Oh, my goodness. Okay. 2011. They had the ceremony to officially break ground on the Shanghai Disney Resort on this day.
And it opened in 17?
Yeah, some 5-6 years later it opened. It took a while to get the thing built.
Yeah, because of the Chinese government. There was a little bit of ugliness. I do remember it took for... Feed the Yeti.
Jim says, feed the Yeti. I like that, Jim. I like that. Very good. I like that.
Yeah.
So, that was in 2011. And then...
broke down. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, today, 2020. Couple things happened. I've heard that Tokyo Disneyland will likely stay closed until at least May 7th due to a new state of emergency declaration in Japan. And then in honor of World Health Day, you may see pictures everywhere, but there were pictures posted at the various resorts around the world where cast members, in this case, mostly security cast members, because they're the ones that are on property all over the world at their various resorts. They were taking pictures and showing things like, at Shanghai, they had projections. It was all like video map projection kind of thing of thank you in various languages, thanking all of the healthcare workers around the world that are helping with our global pandemic. It was just a show of appreciation. So you saw that in Disneyland Paris, they had a floral arrangement that said merci in a planter. In Florida, Magic Kingdom, they held up signs on Main Street that said thank you. And at California Adventure, in front of the Mickey and Walt statue on the ground, they had the words gracias and thank you spelled out in flowers on the ground. It's actually rather moving.
So emotional to see how we're all reacting.
And then Bob Iger actually mentioned today that about the possibility of the parks reopening. And when that does happen, they've even talked about possibly taking people's temperatures as they go in. They look at it as like an inconvenience, kind of like right after September 11th when all bags were being searched. In this case, they will start taking temperatures of guests as they enter into the secure zones of the various parks around the resorts.
It's gonna
Paul,
be wild.
hello, welcome to the stream.
Oh, Mr. Paul.
Oh, Paul just posted on Twitter that he saw the movie Christopher Robin today.
Oh, really?
We found it delightfully charming. We liked it.
We loved it. I actually really liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was very cute. Very cute film. So that's about it for news today. By the way, if you missed it, last night we had the Disney Plus Movie Club. We've mentioned it already. Oh, and there's a cat. That darn cat was discussed. And Richard, the Orlando guy, did a wonderful thing for us and helped us out with a wonderful promo for that. So you can check that out on our YouTube channel as well. Moderators, you with the Blue Wrenches, you know who you are. Thank you so much for all your help. We cannot do this without you. So thank you for all you do for us.
That sounds interesting about the temperature taken to you.
Do you think that will mean that the park's opening earlier than expected? I doubt it. I really doubt that, Paul.
Yeah.
But right now, like for instance, here in California, we have things shut down through probably the end of May. I just got a letter from my job that we're supposed to possibly be staying in place until at least June 1st.
Luckily, if anything happens in June, we would be. It's just nobody can figure anything out, and we shouldn't. It will happen when it happens, and who knows. So
support channels. There have been several here today. We've had the Orlando guy. We have had Two Real Geeks, and here we also have More Sunshine, Please.
That means death.
We also have, I want them to install body scanners, like the movie Coco.
The dead skeletons walk through them.
Jim, I love that idea, though. It's
I do.
Wonderful. We also have Rob Fuzz and D&G Explorers as support channels. I'll be on D&G tomorrow night at 8 p.m., where we're going to be discussing Disney food. Tonight, though, Jim here in the chat. More Sunshine Please will be going live in just about an hour. So go check him out. That's at 7:30 Eastern. So he will be doing his regular wrap-up of a week, talking about news. And also, he has been going on for the last few weeks discussing the top 15 items, and he has various lists that he's been going through. He did characters, he did catchphrases. Jim, what is your item tonight? Go ahead and just list that here in the chat so we know what you're talking about tonight for the top 15 list.
I don't know.
Following him, also we have Walt and Melissa at Mouse Talk at 8 o'clock. Tonight also, 9:30, Two Real Geeks will be hosting the World of Randomness. He and Phantasmic Chronicles Tony will be talking about anything that is brought up in the chat stream. And then at 10:30, Noah of Big Noah Mountain will be premiering another video. He's doing his Disney Trivia Tuesdays. So that is about it.
Walt Disney World attractions.
Oh, he's talking about his top favorite Walt Disney World attractions. Well, Spaceship Earth is on that list for me.
Spaceship Earth.
And so is Expedition Everest.
Expedition Everest.
And then for me also, I know a lot of people would not have it on their list, but for me also, we have
People Mover Carousel of Progress.
People Mover and Carousel of Progress. And then also tonight at 9 on their new Night Viapree project is on. So don't miss that one as well. So that's 7:30, Jim, More Sunshine Please. 8 o'clock, Mouse Talk with Walt and Melissa. 9 o'clock, Viapree with Ed Minty. 9:30, Two Real Geeks, World of Randomness. So it's a busy night tonight on YouTube.
Safari attraction.
So yeah, that's a lot that's going to...
Yeah.
Go check out Jim because I'm sure he's got some things on the list that are going to be a surprise to people. So... And I think Amy does trivia at 9:45 too.
Wow.
Tina, thank you for that. Thanks for that update. Amy, if that's true, yeah, great. It's going to be a busy night on YouTube. It's a good thing because it gives us something to do. I mean,
I'm always cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, we're busy. Definitely.
Well, as much as I want.
So everyone, the fun starts tonight at 7:30 Eastern. That's just about an hour on Jim's channel, More Sunshine Please. So check it out. Everyone, we'll see you, I guess, tomorrow with another edition of the Daily Dose of Disney at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. In the meantime, everyone, we'll see you out there on YouTube. Have a magical evening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Super chat.
Yes, thanks for the super chats, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.